Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions on the new Wet n Wild limited edition Pac-Man collection. I was so excited when I seen this on Trendmood's Instagram because it's a game that for me really brings back good memories. When I was younger, my parents did separate and we would split time between them, so it'd be like 5 days with our dad and then 5 days with our mom. And every time we would go with our dad, he would take us to this little diner and they would have all those old games in the back. There was like Pac-Man, the card game, I can't think of the name of that one, foosball, just, you know, all the old ones. And after we would eat, that's like what we would look forward to, was us each getting to see who could get the highest score on Pac-Man. Unfortunately, that diner closed down, and so we had to start going a little bit further away to a movie theater that actually had Pac-Man, but they had all the games, like all those old games, and we'd take a $10 roll of quarters, and I felt like you could play with that for forever. Nowadays, if you go in to an arcade with $10 roll of quarters, you're lucky if you can play like 5 games, you know? So like I said, this is just a game, like I said, I knew that I was going to get this collection even if I didn't like all of the products. I even have it on the Nintendo 64. It come with Mr. Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man, Galactica, Dig Dug, and there was 2 other ones, but you could play each of the game. And I lived on the Nintendo because you had like that same little knob right there in the middle. But yeah, so I knew I wanted to get this. This is still available online at Wet n Wild. That's where I purchased mine because by the time I got to Ulta, it was sold out. The whole collection, I have it pulled up right here. It's $69, which is the best value. But if you don't want the whole collection, they do have everything individually on their website. So I figured we'd go ahead and get started. I just have foundation and concealer on because we have quite a few products in here, but starting out you do get like a cute right here. It tells you a little bit about the collection and everything that it includes, which I think is really nice. And then this is the first layer that you actually get. So we've got a lip scrub up there, a lip balm, a blush palette, an eyeshadow palette, a bronzer. This is like a blush topper, I believe, when I was reading, but I think I'm actually going to try that out as a highlight. And then we've got lip glosses, and then we've got some nail polishes and brushes underneath. I'm not using the nail polishes today because my nails are still recovering from the acrylics that I got when I went to California. Granted, I did just rip them off myself, but still. But yeah, I'm really excited. I did just wet me a paper towel right here so I don't have to go into the bathroom to wipe this lip scrub off. But this right here, it's really cute. You actually get, this is a scrub, and then you actually get a balm. The apple is the scrub, but this is $4.99, which I do think is kind of expensive, especially for the amount of product that you get. I do feel like this collection leans a little bit more on the expensive side compared to other Wet n Wild collections, but it's really cute. I did go ahead and package everything so it wouldn't take me so long, but yeah, so I figure we'll try this out. Again, this and the lip balm are $4.99, and it smells just like an apple, like sour apple. Do y'all remember how much the apple was worth? I think the cherry was worth $100, right? Because it was the first one. But I am going to take just a little bit of this. It is very gritty, feeling like right away. And we're just going to try it out. Alright, so I like that lip scrub. It tastes a little bit like an apple. It has kind of like a thicker kind of texture to it, so I mean, like, I like it, but I don't necessarily think that I would pay $4.99 for it, because I feel like once you take them out of this little box, you would no longer know they're from the Pac-Man collection. I am going to put on the lip balm just to like try it out, have it on my lips, because we do have some lip glosses in here, so I figured we'd give this a try. This is supposed to be like a little cherry, which is so cute. So see, this smells like cherry, because that one smelled like apple. Ooh, okay, this one smells like cherry. Oh, okay, that's really nice as well. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger and apply it. Again, I feel like this is a product though where you don't get a ton of product. Like, I could see myself going through this quite quickly, but it smells really good, and I think it's really moisturizing. It's got kind of more like a oilier kind of feel to it. Like, I don't love it as much as like my Laneige lip sleeping mask or anything like that. Like, it's not that feeling, but it's definitely a more oily kind of feeling. It doesn't feel like heavy on my lips or anything, but I can tell that it's there. I don't think it has any tint to it either. When I'm just looking here in my mirror, I don't feel like it has a tint to it. So, alright, so next we actually have a bronzer, and this is just the powder pellets. So I think this is kind of supposed to resemble the dots that, you know, Pac-Man eats, but it did come with like a little cover over it, but I took it off, like I said, so I wouldn't be struggling to unpackage everything. But I feel like Physicians Formula and a lot of drugstore brands did these like little balls. You don't get a lot, but I'm not sure how pigmented this is, but this looks to me to be a very like shimmery bronzer. But I figure we just a little bit and we'll try it out. So this is definitely not a bronzer I would reach for, because even like I said, blending it out, it just looks so, I feel like it's kind of hard to tell on camera. I hope you guys can see, but it just looks very red to me. Like pulls very red on my skin. So I'm gonna bronze up my cheeks so everything just looks a little more evened out. But I like to use kind of like a smaller brush with this, because that big brush I feel like just didn't blend it out very well. So alright, so that's just not a bronzer for me. It just looks really red, I feel like, on my skin. But I feel like when I'm looking over here, it doesn't look as red as it is, but I don't know, it looks really red in person. But I'm going to take this little pink highlighter, and like I said, I do want to try them out as little highlighter, because we don't have a highlighter in here to try. So I thought that we would just give it a try. These are just like the bronzers. They are $6.99. So again, I don't know, because I feel like some of the stuff is just a little bit more on the expensive side, and since those other were so pigmented, I'm like so scared. Taking a very small brush. I usually use my Anastasia brush. I'll try that on the other cheek. And I'm gonna try on this side with my Anastasia brush. I actually think that that looks really pretty. I think it's got like a nice pink sheen to it. I actually really like that as a highlighter. On this side, I did use just a smaller brush, but I just was afraid I'd get carried away like I did with the bronzer. But I actually like that. I think that's a really pretty highlighter. I think that maybe this would be a pretty blush topper, but I like more of a matte blush. So we're going to be using the powder brush. This one right here, you can purchase the brush for $8.99. It's so incredibly cute. It's got like these little dots down here in the bottom. Let's see if it'll stay focused. Like, how cool is that? I think that is so, so cool. Very, very soft. And the eyeshadow brush, in case you guys are wondering, is $7.99. It does feel a little bit steep for this little eyeshadow brush, but we are going to try this out as well. So now we do have the blush palette here, and it looks like you're getting two very shimmery shades. And this one looks like it has little bits of like finer shimmer, and then you do have more of a matte blush right here. So I believe I'm going to go with the matte blush, because I don't like shimmery blushes. So we're gonna go in with this like orangey shade, and this is the High Score blush palette. It's definitely more of like a warmer color, but it's really pretty. Really like the brush. I think it feels really soft on the skin, and I think the blush is very pigmented, but I do think that it blends out really nicely. So yeah, I really like that. I really like the blush, and I really liked the brush. I gotta be honest though, I don't see myself really reaching for this anymore, because I don't feel like I would really reach and pick this palette out if I was just using this one shade. Again, these shades right here are just so like shimmery to me. I'm just not a fan. Now we're moving on to eyeshadow. I did already prime my eyes earlier. This is the Game Over palette. This is $9.99. So I've heard amazing things about this and about the pigmentation. This is very like vibrant colors. So definitely, like I said, a little bit something that I would necessarily wear every single day, but it's very, very, very pretty. I do have some other brushes here that I am going to use in conjunction with this one. But like I said, I did want to try this one out as well. So this one is just the eyeshadow brush. It says it's picks up the perfect amount of shadow for blending. So, alright. It does the same thing, in case you guys want to see. It does the same, like, got the little things in there that move. Oh, but these kind of are sticking. But, oh no. Oh, there we go. Okay, I just had to shake it and it started moving. But it's really cool. I love this idea. I really, really like these. So, honestly, not really sure what I want to do, but I want to try to use as many colors as I can. So, it looks like all the shades in here are matte except for this white shade and then this tangerine orange shade. But I'm going to take this matte orange over here. And this brush that I'm actually using is a Wet n Wild brush. Can't remember what collection this is from, but Alright, with that same brush, I'm actually just going to take that yellow shade. I'm going to use it to just kind of blend the orange up a little bit higher. Alright, so I actually think that that orange and that yellow shade blended extremely well. I think they're really nice and pigmented. Like, I was really surprised. I feel like a lot of times when you get palettes like this, they'll blend away to nothing, or these like neon shades aren't very bright. But I'm actually going to take a Morphe E17, and I'm taking this pink shade right here, and I'm just going to put this like on my outer corner and my inner corner, kind of doing like a halo eye. But I'm just actually going to take this purple shade. I'm trying to use all of the colors in here, so I'm not sure what color I'm going to put on the center of my lid. I might put yellow. But yeah, I'm going to take this purple shade, and I'm going to use that same brush I just used with that pink, that Morphe E17. And then I'm just going to put that exactly where I put the pink, except not as far in as the pink, if that makes any sense at all. I've lost just a little bit of that orange shade that I use, so I'm going to take that first Wet n Wild brush, and I'm just going to go into my crease and just add some more of that orange, and then I'm going to come back in with the yellow and add some of the yellow over top of it as well. Alright, so I actually think in the center I'm going to do like a yellow, so I kind of feel like I've got like a purple and orangey like sunset going on. So I'm actually going to take that yellow, because I feel like if I take any of the other colors like the dark blue and stuff, it's just going to look funny. So we are just going to take a little bit of the yellow, and I'm using that brush, just tapping it on. I'm going to actually use my finger to do this. Take this like white shimmery shade right here, and I'm going to put this in my inner corners. The Alamar brush, I'm taking that dark navy blue, and I'm just pressing it really close to my lower lash line. Alright, and then to blend that out so it's not so harsh, I'm going to be taking the E26, and I'm going to be taking this really pretty blue teal shade right here, and just blending that into that dark blue. I didn't get to use were these two, but overall all the other shades worked incredibly well. Really quick, I'm just going to put on some eyeliner and some mascara, and then I'll be right back and we'll try out the lip glosses. Alright guys, now on to the last products. It's the glosses. These are $5.99. I've never tried Wet n Wild glosses, so I can't really see much about them. But this is in the shade Clyde. It looks like it's got a little shimmer, silver shimmer throughout it. But I've never tried out the gloss, but I am going to show you guys swatches on my arms, and then I'm just going to show you guys what they look like with nothing underneath. So alright guys, so overall, I gotta be honest, I loved so many products from here. I honestly think that this whole set you should get, because I do think that it is a great value. I am going to mention my favorite products though, maybe products that I would skip on. I think that if you're just wanting to get a couple of items, I would definitely actually skip on the lip scrub and the lip balm, because like I said, I do feel like you can find a more affordable lip scrub and a lot more moisturizing lip balms. I did like these both. I just feel like for the amount of product and stuff you get, the price is a little bit high to be drugstore. They are cute, but like I said, once you take them out of here, I don't really see how you'd be able to tell if they're anything to do with Pac-Man. I think I would actually pass on the blush palette, and the reason that I say that is because for me, I don't like very shimmery blushes. I did like this matte blush in here, and this one did blend incredibly well, but I don't think that this is going to work for a lot of different skin tones. I like it. I like the packaging, the cherries, and everything on it, but for me, that one would be a skip. I do, however, think the eyeshadow palette is a must. I think that if you were going to get one thing from this collection, it would probably be the eyeshadow palette, because I was blown away by the pigmentation. I used almost all of the eyeshadows in here, but I was blown away at how well they blended, how they weren't patchy, how they were smooth. I mean, I think that this is one of my favorite eyeshadow looks I've ever created. It is so incredibly beautiful. I definitely would recommend picking up the eyeshadow palette. You know, even if you don't want the entire collection, just pick this eyeshadow palette up if you like vibrant colors. Even if you're not a Pac-Man fan, I still think that you would really like these eyeshadows. So I would definitely recommend those. For me personally, I think I would also pass on the bronzer and this, what they're calling like a powder, a blush lighter. And the reason I say that is because for me, the bronzer was like really red. I think that by the time I put my highlight and stuff on, it does look okay. But when I'm looking here in the mirror, like, or not under the camera, if that makes sense, like it just looks so red on my cheeks and on my forehead. It looks like I got sunburn, and I don't like that. I did feel like it blended out better with a more stiff brush, but yeah, I didn't like these. I do think that this made a really pretty highlighter though. I think that is a gorgeous looking highlighter, but I have so many in my collection that I don't necessarily think that this would be worth it, so I think that maybe I would skip on these as well. However, I kind of liked the glosses. The only gloss that I didn't like was the blue one, because it seemed to be really streaky, as you guys probably seen in the lip swatch. This is inky. It was just really, like I said, patchy, and it's just like the more I tried to put it on, the streakier it got. However, the other three shades I thought was really nice and pigmented. I do have the red one back on. I did just put a lip liner underneath. I put the Jordana lip liner in Sedona Red underneath this. But it's really pretty. They're very comfortable. I don't think they feel heavy. They are a thicker, kind of like goopier gloss. Like when I put my lips together, they don't stick, which is nice, but you can definitely feel that the gloss is on there, but it's not like, I have worn heavier feeling glosses before, but I think that these are really nice as well. I could see how these colors wouldn't be up your alley, but I did really like the lip glosses, and I would recommend those. And as far as the brushes, I really liked the powder brush. I think that if you're wanting to get one or the other, definitely get the big powder brush. One, these things move a lot easier than they do in this one. Well, now it's working, but earlier you've seen they were sticking in here, but this is very soft, and it just blended my blush out so nicely. I really like this brush. I might actually pick up some more of these if they're still available on their website. But yeah, I really definitely like this one. This one was okay. I tried to use it to pack on color and to blend it out a little bit, and it just wasn't my favorite brush to do that with, but I did really like this brush. As far as the nail polishes, I can't really speak on those because, like I said, I didn't use those, but again, it's gonna be a while before I put anything on my nails because they're still struggling. But yeah, I really liked this collection. Like I said, not everything in here is my favorite, but overall I think it was a really nice collection. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there's any other collections you guys would like me to review, just let me know, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.